Hello, my darling life hackers. It's so good to be back with you today. By the way, some of you may be wondering, where's my MP3? I need to change my money limiting beliefs. Don't worry, I will have that on the Facebook page by midnight. That is my guarantee. We just have to wait until my daughter goes to bed, otherwise it's a little bit too noisy for me to actually record it, and since it's a custom MP3 and I'm actually recording it today and editing it today, so I'll have it up there by midnight. If you're a night owl, then you'll have an opportunity to listen to it even before you go to bed. Otherwise, you'll be able to listen to it first thing tomorrow. So today, we're going to talk a little bit about confidence. I love these questions that you guys are sending in as you join the group, and it's super, super helpful for me to know about what your challenges are so I can start to address them. It's not going to be possible for me to set up some kind of system. The more I try to think about it, the more stressed out I get, actually. So I'm basically going to go based on what you guys are telling me and what I feel like I want to address that day. But I'm starting a little bit more simply, since for about 70% of you, this might be the first time you're ever seeing me speak on something to do with the mind. So let's begin with confidence. A few of you threw out challenges to deal with confidence in a variety of different ways, whether it was feeling the confidence to speak up for yourself, or maybe it was just feeling better about yourself, not being so cruel with the things that you say to yourself, etc., etc. A variety of different things. So confidence is something that we're not born with. Confidence is a series of successful experiences or a belief, right? Those of us who were extremely fortunate to have wonderful, supportive, and loving parents were probably raised with an element of confidence. For those parents who are constantly supportive, constantly recognizing, constantly receiving your cues and reinforcing them, and what I mean is a cue for attention. When we grab our parents' attention, or grab someone's attention, even if we're just being silly, we're looking to be recognized, we're looking to be acknowledged, and we're looking to be accepted. So as kids play, mama, mommy, oh, look what I did. Every time that a parent complimented you or received your cue for attention and responded in an acceptable way, rather than, stop talking, calm down, be quiet, sit in the corner, keep your voice down, right? Every time it was your characteristics were lauded, celebrated. Every time you were celebrated as a person, it built a brick of confidence. And so sometimes some of you might be fortunate enough to just have been able to go through your childhood with an element of confidence already in place. Now, just because you were a confident person doesn't mean when you started to learn how to drive, you were absolutely confident in your ability to drive, right? You probably questioned yourself, you probably doubted yourself, you probably made a couple of mistakes. And then once you started to get the hang of it, once you started to learn the behavior, it became easier and easier and easier. You had a series of successful experiences which showed you that you were capable. And then what happened? Inevitably, you got in an accident. Something happened. I mean, hopefully not, right? But a lot of us do get in accidents. And then what happens to your confidence level in your driving? Boom, right? All of a sudden, I'm not so sure. I'm a little bit nervous, right? Because as soon as we have an unsuccessful experience, it takes down a couple of layers of those bricks. And then we build them back up again by creating more successful experiences, more and more and more and more, till our confidence is through the roof. So confidence is not something that you're born with, it's something that's created either by your environment with constant positive recognition, acceptance, or with a series of successful experiences. For example, were you born knowing how to walk? No, you weren't. So what happened? You stood up and you fell down, and you stood up and you fell down. and you stood up and you fell down until finally you were able to actually walk, and you were able to have a series of successful experiences. Do you question your ability to walk now? Maybe you don't have the ability to walk, right? If you do have the ability to walk, do you question your ability? Do you lack confidence therein? Probably not, right? Those of you who don't have the ability to walk, or maybe have a lot of pain when you walk, your confidence level is probably lower, right? Or completely non-existent. Maybe you know that you can't. And so then your confidence has to build up in other levels in order to support that, right? Support that lack of confidence. So how do you create more confidence? Well, first of all, you won't be able to fix everything across the board all at one time. If you read my life hack number 2, you saw that you can only start with baby steps if you hope for it to be a consistent change, right? So got to start somewhere. And I love to go for the most challenging thing, because therein lies the true growth. Therein lies the maximum capacity for us to really utilize our true potential. So I always like to go for the thing that is least comfortable in order to learn some more confidence in that area. And so you pick one thing you'd like to be more confident in, and you start small. So let's take, for example, if you want to be better at speaking up for yourself, at speaking your truth, at speaking your mind, you start small. You don't start by diving into confrontations and conflicts, right? Your chances of getting a successful experience after that is very, very low. And when you have an unsuccessful experience, remember, it brings down your confidence several bricks, several notches. You want to go for a successful experience, something that you're guaranteed to be successful at. Going to Starbucks and ordering your coffee, maybe trying something different, maybe someone shorts you on change and you speak up for yourself, right? You say something little. No one's going to judge you for it, so you're not even necessarily worried about it. Or maybe you are. Maybe that's not even a baby step, right? Maybe that's something big. So you start with that one area, something tiny, something you can be successful at, and you do it. And then you do it again, and then you do it again, and again, and again, and again, until finally you feel so comfortable at speaking your mind, you take it to a different arena. So you take it to another type of place where you need to speak your mind more. Maybe you start a leadership position. Maybe you start to bring it home to your family. Maybe you start confronting someone who you feel like might be taking advantage of you, and you start to confront that situation and speak your mind and speak your piece in that area, right? But it begins with just tiny little baby steps in order to increase your positive, successful experiences. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to comment on this video. We're a very simple concept, but you know, sometimes it may miss the mark. Maybe my communication is not on point today, so feel free, please, if you have any questions or maybe any examples, or if you want to just tell us, where are you going to be focusing your improvement? My improvement right now is focusing on creating my message, so finding a way to communicate what I'm about to the outside world, people who don't know me. So that's where my absolute focus is. That's where I'm building my confidence. My confidence is really low right there. But as far as speaking to people and helping people get concepts and information and things like that, something I'm very comfortable with. I've been doing it all day, every day for the last 4 years. So this, even though it's a different medium, right, I'm not getting that interaction that I would usually get sitting in front of a client, I still feel fairly comfortable connecting with you guys about these things. I'll look forward to talking to you soon. Watch out for that MP3. It'll be up by midnight. And have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Bye.